If you want to learn AI but get overwhelmed by jargon, Microsoft have just released an AI for Beginner course for you, which covers everything from basics of neural network to computer vision to expert systems and building multi-agent workflows. Today I'm going to be combining some major topics of this course and build my own self-playing game AI, which will learn over time how to beat me in a ping pong game. If you're new to the channel, I cover new AI tools and models in my Build with AI series and build practical AI projects with them. And today's main focus is AI for Beginners repository, which is just dropped from Microsoft on GitHub. It is a 12-week 24-lesson curriculum which covers everything from practical lessons, quizzes, and labs to take you from a beginner to building real-life AI projects. What makes this stand out is how beginner-friendly it is. It does not just throw theory at you, but you get practical lessons, quizzes, and labs using industry-standard tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch. Before jumping in, let us look at the actual mind map of this course. You will first start with different approaches to artificial intelligence, starting from the good old symbolic approach, where we use to build actual graphs for all the knowledge representations and the reasoning that we have learned from the data. Then we will move to the neural network and deep learning, covering and building the most important topics using the popular Python frameworks of TensorFlow and PyTorch. But it is also important to know what this course will actually skip. You will not find business use cases of using AI in this course, as that is covered in different Microsoft paths. And then in this repository, you will get all the contents with different chapters and the sections in this course. The first primary chapter is Symbolic AI. This is where it all started, focusing on knowledge representations and the expert reasoning systems. Next up is the Introduction to Neural Networks, which is the absolute core of modern deep learning. You will first start with the basic perceptron, which you can think of it as a basic unit in our nervous system, and then you will move to multi-layer perceptron, covering how the AI actually thinks. And once you cover the basics, you will move to the computer vision. This intermediate section explores how AI actually sees the world with the help of convolutional neural networks. Then there is natural language processing. This section is all about text, and you will learn how neural networks actually process and understand human language. This is the major building block of the everyday tools like ChatGPT. Finally, the advanced section will cover some really powerful stuff. Here you will get into genetic algorithms and deep reinforcement learning, but incredibly powerful approaches for complex problem solvings. And each of these lessons will cover the pre-reading material, then interactive executive Jupyter notebooks where you can actually run the codes and build the AI systems. And to apply all those learned concepts, you have labs where you will learn to solve some specific problems. And you can also set up this entire project in your local system. Just go to the setup lesson link here, or you can directly clone this repository using a simple git clone command. I'm going to be doing the same in my project as well. For my project environment, I'm going to be using Google Antigravity. If you don't have it installed, just go to their official download page and download the installer according to your platform. Now once we are in Google Antigravity, we are going to be building this self-playing game AI. All the project files as usual will be available in first link in description and pin comments, so you can easily copy and customize according to your own project. So here I'll be using three major concepts that are covered in that course. First is how to build the neural networks using PyTorch. Using genetic algorithms, I'm going to be self-evolve my AI so it can learn how to defeat me in a ping pong game. Then finally, OpenCV will be used to read all the pixels on screen, as this is a powerful open source Python library which is specifically used for computer vision tasks. So finally, we will get a single file 3D neon HTML game which will have different difficulty levels basis how the AI is evolving. So the first step is to build the Python neural network. So for that, I will build this paddle brain class. Basically, in neural network you have some different layers. Just like in our human nervous system as well, there are different connections which learn over time by itself. So for predicting the next move of the AI, we have this forward pass, which will take all the features like the current pedal location of that AI and the current location of the ball and how fast and in which direction it is actually going. So basis all these inputs, it will pass all of them to the neural network and get the final prediction where the pedal should move. And basis that prediction, we'll do the action where we'll actually move the pedal. And then to learn over time, we'll have some functions which will do the mutation or change in neural network's weights so it can get better score in next iteration. Finally, whatever will be the best model weights, I will be saving them using this function, and to load them back, we'll have this load function. So whatever best the AI has learned will be saved to this bestagent.pt file path, which will basically have all the parameters in the different layers of neural network. Then in environment class, we will be defining all the OpenCV libraries and actually build all of our pedals, the ball, and to move the pedals and ball, it that will use this step function. So let's say if you are moving the mouse up, stay or down, the pedal will move according to that. Then we will move the ball also. And if the ball hits the top or bottom wall, there will be some collision animations. And similarly, all the different animations basis when the pedal is hitting the ball. So everything will be done using the OpenCV Python library, which has different functions to draw all the figures. Like to build the center line, there is a cv2.line. To draw the AI pedals, we have the cv2.rectangle. And finally, to draw the ball, we have a cv2.circle. Then for the final HTML file, we have this index.html, which will define the overall color themes, title of page, and also render all the objects that are given by OpenCV in a single file HTML. Then once our game AI trains using this trainer.py, it will be saving all the simulated data in this JSON file, which will track all the scores basis the different positions that the AI has predicted, and saving all of these for different iterations. Let's say here we can see the scores and the pedal locations for the first iteration. Now to launch this whole project, first you need to install the Python dependencies. So we are going to be using PyTorch for building neural networks, OpenCV for the computer vision library, and NumPy for doing all the mathematical operations. So I'll just copy this, go to the terminal, and paste it here. Now once you have installed these libraries, next step is to run the trainer.py, which will launch the trainer script so the neural network can train by itself. Again, I'll just copy this and paste it here. And as the AI is evolving, it will save the best parameters yet in the bestagents.pt file, which will have the different neural network weights and also the simulated data in this JSON file. And finally, to launch our 3D game, we just need to run this command, which will open up our game in our localhost server. And once it is launched, you just need to copy this URL, go to your Chrome browser, and paste it here. So now your game is ready, and here we can see the current level of the AI. So it is at the 28th generation, so it will be the most difficult. But if you scroll down, you can change the generation to the 1 level, and also you can change the ball speed if you want faster or slower game. So as we are in the level 1, we will be able to defeat the AI easily. As you can see, it is moving really slow, and I'm easily able to score against it. But if I go below and increase the generation to 20, which means the AI has now generated 20 different iterations, and here you can see that the AI pedal is moving much faster, so it is actually difficult to beat it. And it is also recording what is the current fitness score of the AI, what is the rally hits record, and also the neural network that is currently being used and trained by itself. Then you can reset the whole game, pause it also. So you can see that the whole game is made in a single file HTML, which also has self-learning capabilities inbuilt. Similarly, you can use other lessons from this book as well and build your own real-world use cases. Like in this README file, I've given you some different ideas or some future feature ideas that you can add on top of this project itself. So that was it for this video, where we covered the Microsoft AI for Beginners repository, which is a massive resource whether you are an AI beginner or an experienced developer looking for the project ideas. All these code file and the README file with step-by-step instruction on how to set up the project will be available in GitHub link in description and pinned comments, so you can get them right now and get started with the project easily. Let me know in comments if you have some suggestions for me to build more local AI projects, and follow the channel for more such AI builds, updates, and workflows.